So, like, when it comes to 3-6 Mafia, like the production duties, is it kind of split in the middle, or do you do more or less than the Juicy in general, or what?
No, it's like split in the middle. It was always split in the middle, yeah. Some of them we do together. Some of them he'll do the whole thing. Some of them I do the whole thing. But we always had the final say so of, if we liked each other one or whatever, put it out together. So, yeah, basically that's how it was.
Do you guys compete with each other?
No.
Nah, it's never like that. Even if I don't mean like an unfriendly like a friendly competition. Obviously, you guys are in the same group, but is it like, yo, I'm going to kill Juicy on this one? Like, yo.
No, it was never like that. We was basically just trying to kill everybody else. So yeah, it was never no competition with me and him when it came to beats and that. Hell no.
And I remember there was an interview, I think it was Fader, where you guys try to create kind of like horror music in a way.
Yeah.
Explain
Because
that.
we was always into horror, so we always just tried to make scary music. And then I grew up on the organ. My daddy made me take organ lessons when I was a kid. I hated it. So, the organ alone is a creepy instrument. I still got the organ from back in those days.
Huh.
Yeah, from like I'm not gonna say what year it is. A long time ago. Well, it was an organ that my dad bought me when I was in the 5th grade. I still got that organ at my house right now. Pretty cool.
Do you like producing more or rapping more?
Producing. I hate rapping.
You hate rapping.
Yeah, I hate rapping, man. Everybody right now, they was like, hey, man, you gonna bring out a new song? You got the little buzz going for, or whatever, because of the Who Run It, everybody like it. And they was like, they one of the reasons why they liked it, because I saw some comments where they said, is it just me, or was we all ready for the shit-talking Paul to come back? And that's what I did on that. So now everybody like, yeah, you bring that new song, what's a new record coming, that new album? I'm like, man, I get to it in a minute, man. I hate writing raps.
Well, I remember when I interviewed Steve Rifkin. So you guys signed 3-6 Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know DJ Paul, like I've interviewed him a bunch of times. I guess they kept all their publishing, which was like
they're rich.
the best deal ever.
They're really rich.
Yeah, because if they had got rid of the publishing like most artists were doing, it would have been a whole different situation. Yeah, and DJ Paul is doing great these days.
Yeah, we was talking to 2 labels. We was talking to Jive Records and we was talking to Relativity Records. And I was sitting in this apartment that I was living in at the time, and I was looking over both of the contracts, and Juice called me. He was like, what did they say? I said, one of them said they'd give us an extra $250,000 up front, but they want like 25% of the publishing. And then the other one said that, they would give us less money, less $250,000 up front, but and they didn't want no publishing. So we ended up going Relativity, and that's basically what it was.
Oh, you didn't go to Loud? You didn't go to Loud first?
Relativity was first. It was Relativity, then it was Loud.
And then you went to Loud.
Yeah.
Okay, how many albums did you drop on Relativity?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. But I think our first project with Loud was When the Smoke Clears album with Who Run It and all that on it. I think that was the first project.
And that was your biggest project at the time?
Yeah, at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I remember there was commercials for that album and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That decision to keep your publishing, was that one of the best business moves?
That was the best thing I could have ever did in my life.
Right.
My uncle, Sidney, told me that, because my uncle's got a gospel group, and he told me that. He was like, don't ever sell your publishing or a percentage of your publishing, this and that. And I was looking at a lot of artists that was doing it. A lot of big artists that was out there that was doing it. And I was like, no. I wanted the extra $250,000.
Would be $125, I guess, to be your split.
Yeah. I wanted the extra money, but I was like, And now that I'm older, I'm really glad that I didn't do that, because that's your that's how to keep you afloat.
Yeah, man. I mean, it must have been pretty hard to be a teenager and turn down 6 digits like that.
Yeah. Well, it really wasn't because we had already been making a lot of money because before the Loud and Relative and all that we was with Selecto hits, and that was straight independent deals. So we had already
Yeah, you're
made a lot of money.
making all the money. Yeah, because I remember there was an interview we just put up recently, how LeBron turned down a $10 million check when he was 18. To basically, it was a shoe company. I guess it wasn't Nike, so I'm thinking probably Adidas. Basically said, "Listen, I'll give you $10 million if you go and cancel your other meetings." And he said, "Nah." He turned it down, and of course, the rest is history.
Yeah.
With Nike, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's always
man.
dope when young people really have that foresight, because one of the things I had to learn myself was how to give up that short-term money. Because you go from being broke, like I was at one point, and you just think the money's never going to come around again. So you just want to grab everything you can grab, and that's usually one of the worst things you could do.
Yeah. Well, that's the saying. I was just talking about this saying last night to somebody. Like, it's a saying that I live by, and that's haste make waste. Yeah, you can't really rush into a lot of stuff. And then fast money ain't always good money.
Yeah.
That's one of the best things I think about 3-6 Mafia is we was never one of those groups that came out and just sold like a shitload of records off the bat
was a
and
build-up.
number one, blah blah blah, and this and that. We sold records over time, and with us making the money slowly, we got a chance to keep it better because you don't get the tax hit as fast.
Yeah. Well, that's the one thing about money, is that the skill required to manage $10,000 is very different from managing $100,000, which is very different from managing $1 million, which is very different from managing, what I mean? Just because you could hold 1,000, and this is why most lottery winners go broke, because they don't have the experience of managing that type of money.
Yeah, exactly.
And they just
that fast money, man, it
mess
can
it all
really hurt you because when you're getting it slowly, it like you said, you learn things over time that help you make the best decisions on what to do with it.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's coming slow, so you don't really know how it's gonna come or when it's gonna come.
Yeah. Or if it's going to come.
Or if it's gonna come.